The moment it happened didn't feel extraordinary at first. It slipped into my day the way a soft breeze slips through an open window, quiet, unnoticed, until it warms your skin and makes you pause. I had gone to the laundry room that Sunday simply because I was out of clean sheets. Nothing dramatic, nothing unusual, and yet something in the air already felt different, as if life was about to shift in a way I couldn't name. The sky outside was gray, carrying the promise of rain that hadn't arrived. The building was hushed with weekend laziness. I remember thinking how strangely peaceful it felt. But peace can be deceptive. Sometimes it's the doorway to something deeper. The laundry room was small, just 2 machines and a dryer that rattled like it had lived past its time. There was one narrow window where pale light streamed in, enough to illuminate floating dust and the soft colors of warm clothes. I'd always liked the place, though no one else understood why. The steady hum of the washer felt like a heartbeat, reliable, calming, something I could count on. I pushed open the door with my basket in my arms, ready to disappear into the familiar quiet. One machine was already running. A dark hoodie lay draped over a chair. I assumed someone had forgotten it. Then the door opened behind me. It was Caleb Shore, Linda's son from upstairs. 26, soft-spoken. Polite, the kind of young man who held doors for everyone but kept his eyes low, as though he didn't want to take up too much space. We'd talked a few times in passing, nothing significant. But when he paused in the doorway and offered me that shy half-smile, something faint flickered in the air. "Oh, sorry, Mrs. Whitmore," he said, rubbing the back of his neck. "I left my hoodie." "It's all right," I replied, smiling as I loaded my sheets. "I thought someone forgot it." He stepped inside, the faint sense of soap and aftershave following him, filling the small room. Suddenly the walls felt closer, the space warmer. "I usually do laundry in the mornings," I said lightly. "Got lazy today?" He chuckled, that gentle sound he had. "We all have those days." Something about his tone felt unexpectedly warm, more personal than polite. For a moment, neither of us said anything. The machines hummed. Light rain began tapping the window. It was peaceful, unusually so. Then he spoke again, quietly, almost hesitant. "You always seem so calm. Like you've got everything figured out." I laughed softly and shook my head. "Caleb, if only you knew." My voice betrayed a truth I didn't intend to share. His eyes softened, and something in his expression told me he understood more than he let on. I looked away before the moment grew too direct. After a short pause, he said, "I've been thinking of going back to school. I didn't finish my degree. Mom says I should, but I just feel stuck." I folded my arms, leaning back against the counter. "I know that feeling too well. You think you have time. Then, one day you look up and realize you've been waiting for your life to start." He listened intently, really listened. It was rare being seen like that. "What was your reason?" he asked, softly. The question surprised me. "My reason came too late," I said. "I spent years taking care of others, being reliable. I forgot myself.
Now I'm
trying again." He nodded, thoughtful. "That's honest. Most people lie to themselves." Outside, the rain grew heavier, blurring our reflections in the window. 2 people, different ages, standing close but not crossing any lines. Yet something quiet flowed between us, a recognition. Maybe even a comfort neither of us expected. "You remind me of my son at your age," I said gently. "He came to me when he felt lost. And I told him the same thing I'll tell you. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to be honest with yourself." His smile turned vulnerable, almost grateful. "That means a lot, Mrs. Whitmore." I don't know why I reached out. I only know my hand moved before my mind did, a light touch on his arm. Just a small gesture. But he didn't pull away. Our eyes met, and for a heartbeat the air shifted, warm, fragile, charged with something neither of us dared to name. Not romance. Not yet. But something deeper. Something that made us both breathe a little slower. Then the washer stopped. The spell broke. "My laundry's done," I said, gently pulling back. He stepped aside. "Thank you for talking. I feel calmer now. And then he left quietly, like a soft note fading into the hallway. I stood there longer than I needed to, holding the edge of the warm machine, feeling something inside me stir. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't sudden. It was just awakening. And it stayed with me long after I carried my sheets upstairs. That afternoon was supposed to end there. It didn't. We kept meeting small, accidental run-ins that started feeling less accidental every time. Our conversations deepened, drawing us back to that laundry room like it was a secret place only we understood. And slowly, imperceptibly, the connection began to shift into something I wasn't prepared for. One afternoon, as I folded a pile of warm clothes beside him, his hand brushed mine. It was barely a touch, just a passing moment. But it sent a small shiver through me, one I couldn't explain away as coincidence or warmth or comfort. He looked at me then, really looked, and that was when everything changed.